Snow is falling, radars are broken, and the coldest air of the winter is on the way. Let's talk about it. So, this is our current radar, and unfortunately, the radar that Mount Holly uses here and the radar that Upton uses up here are both down for maintenance. So, we're dealing with airport radars, and I'm not sure this is the best depiction of radar, is where I'm getting at. And snow's falling though. I got a decent coating at my house, and lots of reports elsewhere. So it's going to continue to fall. We have all of this up here that sort of has to come down and through in this sort of direction. So maybe it wraps up around midnight, a couple hours after midnight here or there. We're still thinking of coating to an inch in general, with maybe some isolated spots hitting 2 inches under more of the squally type precipitation. So let's take another step back just to illustrate what's happening a little bit. Now we had low pressure track to about here, right? And that dragged its own cold front through this way, right? This is a cold front moving in this general direction. That's an Arctic front, and the Clipper snow system's riding that Arctic front. So that's gonna push through this way, and we're all gonna drop in temperature significantly through tomorrow. So the transfer. Where did it go? About here. This is where the new low has spawned offshore, and it is rapidly deepening. This low is going to get very strong, sub 980 millibars. So that's going to spin a lot of air, cyclonically, also known as counterclockwise, pushing towards New Jersey. Now we have high pressure that's going to be over here to the west, and that pushes air anticyclonically or clockwise this way. So Jersey's getting squeezed by air, and that's going to tighten up the pressure gradient here. Very thin spacing between the isobars, and that's going to generate very strong northwest or north-northwest winds across New Jersey for Saturday. So synoptically, that's sort of what happened. This transfer has happened. The low is spawning right here already. So this is just going to rapidly develop and deepen over the next 12 hours or so, and this high pressure is going to track down from the north until it gets to this position. And what you're looking at here is the synoptic setup for Saturday. So let's look at some model guidance. First, this is the Zone Watch Radar Pro app. Highly recommend using this app. It's great. There's model output as well, not just radar. I'll put a link in the description for you. So over to some model guidance now. This is tomorrow, right? This is right now, actually, right? Temps are falling. We're about 28, 26, 24. So the spread is about 25 to 30 throughout Jersey right now as snow is falling this evening. But with that Arctic frontal passage, we're just going to go down and down and down and down. We're not going to go back up in tomorrow afternoon like we would in a typical diurnal cycle. We're just going to keep fading down. In fact, let's go out to about 18Z, which is like 1 p.m. tomorrow. So 1 p.m. Saturday, you have temperatures ranging from single digits in North Jersey to just above 10 in the extreme coast. So very cold actual temperatures. Now with that pressure gradient that I showed you and the strong north-northwest winds involved, here are the wind gusts at 18Z tomorrow, 1 p.m. Notice winds are gusting into the 40s, and in some cases well into the 40s, near 50. So you couple wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles an hour with temperatures ranging from single digits to teens north to south, you're looking at wind chill factors of like -10 to -20. It's just going to be very, very cold tomorrow. Don't go outside if you don't have to. Bundle up if you do. But it's just going to be downright nasty. Probably the coldest feeling day of the entire winter and of all of 2026. And then as far as temperatures tomorrow night goes, I mean, that's just an even colder scenario. We'll get to the coldest point here, which is about 6 or 7 a.m. Sunday morning. You have North Jersey in the negatives. You have South Jersey in the low single digits. The only places that is even getting close to 10 is like extreme Cape May and maybe up here like LBI 7, right? Everyone else is like 5 degrees or less across all of Central Jersey and North Jersey in the negative. So that's rough. That's going to be a very, very cold early start to Sunday. And then Sunday highs, looks like we're going to peak Sunday in the teens. So another very cold day after, Saturday is going to be cold and windy. Sunday's going to be cold and just breezy. Because if we look at Sunday's winds at the warmest part of the day, we're gusting 20 to 30. So still some wind chill, just not as bad as Saturday. Bottom line is both days suck. Both days are going to be too cold to be outside unless you absolutely have to for your job or whatever. The good news is moving forward, we relax starting Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to probably get back into the 30s, maybe even upper 30s, and that's going to feel like a tropical vacation after what we're about to go through the next couple days this weekend. Looking forward a little bit. So the European model was excited today. We have basically two waves that we're looking at. One occurs mid to late week, and then another in the weekend. So, we're hoping that the models can get it together by Monday because they're all over the place. The GFS and the Canadian have a wave more on Wednesday, which is warmer. There's it's like snow and sleet for North Jersey, rain for South Jersey, and even some of Central sort of thing. And then they don't really have a weekend wave showing. The European right here, though, has the first wave occurs Thursday night into Friday. So, the 12th into the 13th, you get a first wave. And then you get one less than 12 hours later, which is even stronger for Saturday the 14th into Sunday the 15th. So the Euro's back-to-back snow. And we're not dealing with that crazy Arctic cold anymore. Notice we have a snow rain line that sort of puts South Jersey in the rain zone here for that first wave. Same thing for this wave, the second one. So, this snowfall would not occur in like 11 to 14 degrees like some of our latest systems. It would be more of like a 27 to 30 degree snowfall up here, closer to a 10-to-1 ratio if these waves do produce. So they're not going to produce in an Arctic environment. They're going to produce in a stale Canadian air environment. But if they happen overnight, they can fall and stick pretty good. So I'm going to be watching these things. Again, hoping to get to a better agreement on the models, consensus, hopefully by Monday, so we can get a handle on this because the models are in wide disagreement. But I'm just showing you what's possible and what's out there right now. So, stay warm, stay safe this weekend. Oh, it's going to be so bad. What I'm telling people is that if you go outside, any exposed skin is going to feel like you ripped a Band-Aid off of a fresh scab. That's how your entire body would feel if you went outside with no clothes. So don't go outside with no clothes. If you go outside, wear plenty of clothes and bundle up. Everybody have a great rest of your Friday night, and please be safe.